YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the Premium Bandai exclusive, or P-Bandai, Master Grade Gym 2 Semi-Striker. Now this kit arrived last week, and I finished building it last week. However, I didn't make a review on the time, because that was the time which I also ordered my new camcorder, and which is why I wanted to use it. And the good news is that I finally figured out how to get the 1080p 60 frames per second on MP4 file. Turns out I had the correct memory card, it was the amount of memory that wasn't sufficient. So the last video I made was I was using a 16 gig memory card. However, in order to use the XAVCS function, you needed something, a memory card that was 64 gigabytes higher. So yeah, so last time I was using AVCHD, and now it's using the other function. So hopefully this works out. Alright, so as mentioned, this is the Gym 2 Semi-Striker, which is based on the Gym 2 Master Grade wise, and then that Master Grade Gym 2 wise, it's also based on the Gym 2.0. So, which means we have a lot of leftover pieces. Like, if you buy a Premium Bandai kit that's based on the Gym 2.0, you're mostly gonna get a good amount of leftover parts, because mostly they give you like double plates because of the color separation and color combination. Alright, so we're gonna put this aside and talk about the leftover pieces first before I go with the stuff that you're supposed to get. Okay, so here are the parts that I cut off, just for convenience. So we get the original, or not original, but we get the original shoulder parts for the Gym 2. And yes, I would like to mention, minus the shield, you can actually make a Gym 2 Desert Color if you want to do so. And yeah, if you don't think a Gym 2 Desert Color is a thing, it actually exists in HUC format. There's actually a Premium Bandai kit of that. So yeah, we get the shoulders of the Gym 2 in Desert Colors. And then we get this yellow neck section, because the Gym 2 Semi-Striker actually has a different color. And then we get some shield, the inside of the shield part where you can put two beam sabers. Now, because the Gym 2 Semi-Striker doesn't actually have a big shield, it actually does have some sort of small shield on the arm, but yeah, you don't get the typical big shield we know. We have the waist section, because once again, different color. And then we have the cockpit section, which I believe this one is actually used by the Gym 2.0. And then a small pilot figurine. Okay, now here's the stuff that I didn't cut off. So I'm going to do plate by plate. So first of all, we got this. We got the, I believe this is the back of the leg section. So yeah. And then we have the feet section. Because even though I did say this is based on the Gym 2 kit, it's actually based on the Unicorn version of the Gym 2, not the Zeta Gundam era. And here we have some parts from the original Gym 2.0. We have the cockpit front section, because starting from the Gym 2, we actually get a different front section of the core block, because it actually uses a 360 cockpit. And we have all these pieces to make the cockpit of the Gym 2.0, almost, because we're using half of it. And then we still do get the original pieces to make the beam spray gun if you want to do so. Okay, here's one of the big plates. Let's see. First of all, we get the backpack, we get the back skirt, side skirt, front skirt. Of course, the Gym 2.0 actually does provide two options for the front skirt, so we get all those pieces. Original Gym 2.0 head, more front skirt, back skirt pieces, arm section, leg section, waist section. So we all get all these stuff. Even another neck color. And here we go. We have more inner frame leg parts. And then we have the backpack section, which I believe this one is the original Gym 2.0s actually. So yeah, we get all these pieces. And then more leg sections, and I believe these are the original Gym 2.0 parts. Yeah, so these are the arms, legs. I'm pretty sure someone's going to comment on, they're actually the RX-70, yeah, either way, they're pretty much the same on terms of pieces, except for a few details. So we have the outer section of the shield, but we don't actually have the other part that goes, the other half, so it's why we don't get that. And these are the Gym 2.0 parts. We have this blue section, we have the Gym 2.0 shoulders, which are in navy blue, I think, or basically dark blue, which this might actually, be useful to some people. But yeah. And that is it for the leftover pieces. Now let's talk about what you're supposed to get or what you're supposed to use on this kit. So first of all, we get some sticker sheets. First of all, the normal sticker sheet, you get two options for some reason for some areas. You can see this pink section. You have a choice to use this one or either this one for the beam rifle, which I kind of find odd, but I mostly went with green because the whatchamacallit, the inside the beam rifle they actually give you a clear green piece, which is why I just decided to not use the stickers at all. And then here, these green sections are supposed to go on the head camera front and back, but once again, using a clear piece, I did not use those. Basically, so I used 3 stickers only, which I will point out with what that part is. Or 4, sorry about that. And then we have, as usual, wire slides. Numbers, Federation symbols, and yada yada. Oops. Okay, so here are the weapons. So first of all, we get this bazooka, which I believe this is the first time seeing this bazooka on the Master Grade kit. So I believe this could be the exact same bazooka that was used by the ECOS type Jegan. I could be wrong, but yeah, so we have both clips that can actually, come out if you want to do so. I'm not sure actually how the reloading works on this kind of bazooka, so but either way, the handle does move as well for some more stability, and then we have the handle that's on the side, which it wasn't easy posing with these actually, I'll be honest. And then we get a typical Gym 2-ish beam rifle, or this could be also found in the Master Grade Nemo. So yeah, there's actually a clear piece inside the beam rifle, so that's not too bad. And we have the moving handle. And then we get a standard action-based connector for the Master Grade. I'm going to take that away. And then we get 2 Beam Saber effect parts, their typical Master Grade lengths. And finally, the big finale for this kit is this, the Beam Spear. Yeah, definitely this was like, basically I never expected the Gym 2 Semi-Striker to actually be made in Master Grade, but hey, they did. But of course, yeah, and these two actually move together, and these parts are actually beam sabers, just normal beam sabers. Now, just because we have this weapon doesn't mean I don't think a Gym Striker is eminent. But heck, if they do make a Gym Striker, I'd be all in for that. Okay, so now let's get on to the review. Now, I've already reviewed a good amount of Gym 2, so I don't think it's really necessary for me to make comparisons, but for this one, I'm actually going to show you guys the articulation, because there are some detailed parts I would like to show you guys. So first of all, as usual, we're going to go with the head. The head uses a very nice green visor. The antenna is actually goes on top of that back piece. So it might be wiggling around sometimes, but hey, just be careful not to break it. So the head part, as usual, it can go, well, doesn't have as much movement as you think. It can go down that much, up that much. And a 360 twist, it's possible. Alright, and then for the body section, once again, they tell you to put the clear piece first and then put the sticker on top of it. For me, what I did was the opposite. I put the sticker first and then put the clear piece on top of it, which I also did for the backpack as well. It gives a nice shine as well. The beam saber part is actually pretty, these are actually the bigger ones. You know what, actually I should just bring out the Gym 2 kit that I last reviewed. Not the one from the Zeta Gundam, but the one from Unicorn. So here we have the one from the Unicorn series. So this one is the Gym 2 Semi-Striker is based on this one because mostly the feet, because the feet are the same feet, because the Zeta Gundam Gym 2 actually has this pretty much the standard feet as like the normal Gym 2.0. But yeah, so you can see there are some details going on, a different amount of color details, and then other details like the arms and going on there. So yeah. Okay, so for the shoulders, I want to mention the shoulders. Now, at first, my expectations for the shoulders were not that great because I thought they would just give a new shoulder, just a entire shoulder piece like the Gym 2 that would have all these details. But no, these parts are actually separate pieces. They pretty much attach pretty easily, but I don't think they can be detached easily. But these parts, these armor parts, are actually separate pieces going on, so that's very nice. Of course, only the front part has them, so they're supposed to be a hole here, which you can see is blocked by a single piece over there. And for the arm, as I mentioned, you don't get a shield for this because you have this, small shield that I think I'm not sure if it's the exact same arm guard as the full armor Gundam, not the Thunderbolt version, but the green one that we all know. I'm not sure if it's the exact same piece, but yeah, the way how this works is that you actually put this part, you attach two pieces front and back on the arm, which there's actually. You actually use this hole to connect, and then you put this on the side, so that's how it works. So, other than that, the articulation is pretty much the same. You have a double jointed bend, can go a lot, 90 degrees. Shoulder can go forward and backward like that. 360 twist is possible. On the arm itself, the 360 twist exists, and the hand are the 2.0 style hands, with which we have individually articulated fingers. Which actually might be the problem for this kit, because holding the twin beam spear is kind of tricky, for me at least. And once again, we have the opening cockpit, which actually does have the pilot inside, and uses a core block. However, like, getting the core block inside was kind of tricky for me, which I have mentioned before. Front skirt moves individually, and then we have a nice side swivel going on here. Body, once again, 360, it's not possible. Back skirt also moves. Oops. And this is actually the Unicorn Gym 2 version of the back skirt. And once again, despite having that peg on the beam rifle, we do not have the means to store it on the side skirts. The leg has nice side swivels going on and can move about 90 degrees to the front, and it has a nice double jointed bend. And ankles are your typical ball jointed ankles. And it has the typical pipes in there, or pistons. Okay, so that was basically it for like articulation, because if you have the Gym 2.0, and I'm pretty sure at this point it's pretty obvious, because the Gym 2.0, RX-78 2.0, yeah, you should at least know how they are these days. Okay, so now for the weapons, the beam rifle, pretty much the hand has the peg, and then the weapon has the hole, so you know what to do at this point. So holding the beam rifle, once again, I believe, because this beam rifle is not actually, originally made for this kit, so which is why it might be a little bit tricky and wobbly going on. So, but once you get it in the correct position, it's no big deal. Okay, so now finally, well, not finally, but for the bazooka, now the bazooka was kind of tricky for me to attach on the hand because of the front ammo clip. So I'm just going to take this off first. I'm going to test this out. So once again, the handle does have the hold and peg system going on. So without the peg, I believe it does allow you to like more movement, but I don't know, the peg does not want to like fit in properly into the bazooka hand for some reason. Because of these kind of issues, I really do prefer like the hands like how the Gym Command gives, like not the articulated fingers, because I can at least have a a more firm grip regarding the weapons. Now these individual moving fingers, I'm not a big fan of them. And then I'm going to attach it here, but once again, I'm having trouble putting I'm connecting the hold and peg system on here, but once again, if you have it on the correct position, or at least on the shoulder, you can pretty much pose it the way you want to. Of course, the bazooka might be a little bit wobbly, but hey, it works out. Also for the stickers, other than on the kit, that pink section on the bazooka, that's a sticker, and then this white section on the bazooka is also a sticker. Not the best, preferable way, but oh well. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a bazooka with 2 ammo clips, which once again, I'm not sure how it works. Okay, and now finally for the beam spear. As I showed you on the front, these parts are actually connected together. So once you move one side, they actually move together. Of course, sometimes they do, but sometimes it ends up like this, so you're gonna need to like reposition it. And this thing is very long. The spear itself, you can see, it's almost as tall as the Mobile Suit Kit. So yeah, and one thing I kind of find it odd is that, okay, they have the hold and peg, the hole for the hand on here, which I find it odd because I thought this part was like the main handle, and then you're supposed to hold the bottom section. So I don't know, I feel like they should have put the hole here and then another one a little bit more lower, but because of this, it's kind of awkward to hold this. Now, this hole is mostly to be held in one hand, but if you're going to do with the double stand pose, that's going to be very tricky. But But for now, let's see how this works. Yeah, because I was so busy with my part-time job, I actually didn't have much time to actually tinker around with the kit, to be honest. So once again, because the hold and peg system doesn't really work that well on this one, I'm pushing it in very hard and then trying to get a pretty good grip. But once again, it's kind of wobbly. But I think, yeah, it keeps going on out of the peg. So yeah. So yeah, I kind of find that this was not the best decision to put the hold here. But anyway, so for a double stand pose, now because of the arms are pretty stiff on this, you're gonna have to, like, loosen the arms, or make it less stiff, so you can do all sorts of poses. So I'm trying to hold it like with two hands, which I'm not sure how this is supposed to work. But basically, I feel like the HG version wins in terms of holding this, because because of the hands. But basically, you're gonna have to work your way around to hold it in two hands, and then put the two Beam Saber parts effect in there. So yeah. So if you're gonna pose this, you're gonna need some practice. I mean, those who are like pros in posing kits, you're not gonna have any trouble. But because of those moving fingers, I feel like this is not good. This is not the easiest pose ever. Okay, and there we go. We have, like, holding it in two hands. So yeah, I mean, this kit, if you really want to have this twin beam spear for customization, or like basically the Gem 2 Semi-Striker in general, I would definitely recommend this. However, the only tricky part is actually making it hold its weapons and posing them properly, because the hold and peg system don't really work too well on the kit, or it could be just mine. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. Thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the Premium Bandai exclusive Master Grade Gem 2 Semi-Striker. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time!